King Mohammed VI is the King of Morocco, going on 20 years. Morocco is a country that is located in the northwest corner of Africa, bordering the Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. Morocco was controlled by Spain and France before gaining their independence in 1956. Most of Morocco's citizens are of Arab or Berber descent, which is determined mostly based on what language you speak, the primary language of Morocco is being Arabic. Agriculture is Morocco's main resource, including fishing, manufacturing, and mining. Morocco is a constitutional monarchy, meaning they have a king and a constitution. The king commands all armed forces, issues law orders, and heads the major government agencies. Morocco's government also includes a prime minister and a cabinet, who completes daily tasks, all of which are appointed by the king. Alongside them is two House legislators containing the Chamber of Representatives and the Chamber of Councillors. The Chamber of Representatives are chosen by the people and serve for 5 years, while the Chamber of Councillors is chosen by the local governments and it serves for 9 years. King Mohammed VI, a 55-year-old king, was born in the capital of Morocco, Rabat. He has created a moderately big and successful family within loyalty, his spouse being the Princess Lala Salma of Morocco, along with all three of his kids, either being a prince, a princess, or really just intertwined in the royal blood. Along with creating a big family, he was also raised in a royal family with 4 other siblings, all in royal houses. His house of right now is the absolute dynasty. Along with him having a decent education before gaining power over Morocco at the University of Nice Sophia Antipolis, attending in 1993. Also attending another college in the year of 1985, known as the Mohammed V University, located in Morocco, as he gained power and monarch in 1999 on July 23rd. Going into his 20th year as king, Mohammed VI has taken many actions in the best interests of his country. One of the first main actions he took was in the very first years of office. He got rid of the country's past ways of governing and inputted a democratically ruled kingdom, in hopes to create a flourishing society. King Mohammed VI dismissed the interior minister of many years, due to the suspicion of him having been responsible for atrocious acts of human rights violations. More recently, the king made a great military revision in early August. The king announced that he is going to reinforce mandatory military service. Now, all citizens, male and female, between 19 and 25, must complete 1 year of military service. A lot of people were confused and concerned by this, but the king hopes that this will promote patriotism and citizenship. He also hopes that it will improve Morocco's development and help get the youth involved in the development. With every country comes strengths and weaknesses, Morocco having more weaknesses. Morocco has a very fast-growing population with a literacy rate of 68.5%. There is not a large number of necessary personnel. Morocco has a decent ratio of medical staff to population, but it is not great. The government has tried to increase healthcare center and dispensaries, and are working on new medicine. Unfortunately, more than half of the rural population lacks access to these places. Also, most rural residents and some urban residents have little access to clean water. Due to this, and the expansion of unsanitary irrigation, schistosomiasis is becoming more common. On top of this, infant mortality rates are rising. Over 1/3 of the population suffers for malnutrition. Although the life expectancy has increased to 74 years, diseases are still prominent. A lot of the rural population still live in severe conditions with poor shelter and limited access to utilities. Due to the limited access of utilities, the government and private companies have trouble making improvements because they can't access the tools they need. The government has provided more electricity and piped water to some villages in the recent years. The government and outside companies are also encouraged new construction for housing, which were mostly lived in by the middle class. Lower class were not given the same opportunities to the new housing. I believe that the United Nations should impose sanctions on Morocco due to the fact that they aren't able to properly help their citizens with health care, housing, and basic life necessities. The Moroccan government is failing to provide equal opportunities for both classes in their society and failing to properly help the lower classes. Citizens are also stripped of access and necessity to clean, drinkable water. Due to this, many people suffer from diseases but cannot access the health care that they need. The government has made new health care and new medicine, but a lot of the population cannot access these. Due to this reasoning, I believe that the UN should take action to make sure that all Moroccan citizens are getting the same opportunities and equal access to everyday needs. Without action being taken, these people's lives will continue to worsen. In some ways, King Mohammed VI is like past absolute leaders in the way that he governs his country. For example, he is a lot like Louis XIV in the sense that they both inherited their power. Louis XIV inherited the throne when he was just 4 years old. Similarly, King Mohammed VI inherited his power in 1999 when his father passed. Another leader that he is similar to is Stalin. Stalin was a really big supporter of industrialization and gave his citizens high standards to meet. Stalin was more concerned about the industrialization for weapons and improving the military. King Mohammed VI is also in favor of industrialization, but for different outcomes. King Mohammed VI is more focused on industrializing for the benefit of Morocco's citizens. King Mohammed wants to utilize his industrialization to rebuild villages and improve health care. Although he is trying hard to do this, he is failing, which is why the UN should impose punishments.